doing out there? I know I've been away for a couple days or so. A lot of things have happened. My new record, My Blues Pathway, came out on last Friday, September 25th. Really excited about that. In spite of all this going on, I'm happy to, have some music out there, some new music, and for it finally to be out. So yeah, I just thought today, I was kind of in a good mood. I, went to the doctor and they said that I'm in pretty good health. So, that's always really good. I got to change a couple things, but all in all, Kirky is doing pretty good. And also, so I was playing like this little, just messing around, with these chords. Something sort of like that, Something that I like to do is think about it sort of in the sort of R&B or soul guitar way. I talked about the fat back a little while ago, fat back guitar, And I think one of the main parts of this style is sort of even gospel guitar. I can't do it nearly as well as so many of the young gospel guitar players these days. Wow. But, just moving things, just being able to kind of pedal notes or whatever they call it, That's still, sort of playing that or. Kind of hear it in there. That's all just A major. Instead of playing for your 4 chord, you're playing your D major. You just play, just kind of just hammering, that A string. Instead of playing, many of you may know that progression. I never really play that. I always play with my thumb and I go. I always pretty much play. Then I can get my, little. What is that? B minor 7. The whole thing. Instead of playing. Probably a whole different chord and I don't know the name of it. But that's what you can do when you have your own band. No, I'm just kidding. But these little things, you just have to work through them, like for every major triad, or you play your D major triad. Instead of playing that, I don't really move around this much, but I'm just trying to show you an example. You just kind of hammer it, just play this very Jimi Hendrix. Even country. It's also sort of like a West Coast, kind of studio thing too. I mean, there's so many different references to this. Just different things like that. And then, you know, also for the 5 chord, you know, you play E major. You know, you can play this little, or those are little things you can do for A major. And this works because you can really do it where you're just playing a couple notes, you know. And most of the time, if you're playing music, you're playing with the keyboard player or whatever like that, you know. This whole approach, you know, that like thing really works, you know, because it kind of stays out of the way of a lot of things. When you play it, you know, when the bigger the band, really the less you have to play, really, or should play, you know. It's kind of, even, you know, space is even, you know, like space, you have to sometimes play space as much as you play notes. You have to use space, you know, in your playing, because even if you're playing in a small band, sometimes you still need space. You know, it's crazy. I mean, you think about classic records like, you know, Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Texas Flood, I mean, it's like he didn't even, on the whole record, he didn't always sing and play even at the same time. You know, when you think about Texas Flood, the song Texas Flood, I mean, he's singing something and then playing something, and then when he takes a solo, it's no rhythm going on behind that, and it sounds tough as nails, you know. It's amazing. So, you know, just bear that in mind. So this is just an example for like playing, you know, R&B guitar or something like that, or even it works in a lot of situations, you know. Sometimes in the real like kind of indie rock or something like that, it might not be that great to play that stuff, you know, or more of a rock context. But when you're kind of accompanying a vocalist, or pretty much in a lot of different genres, even like country or R&B or pop or anything, this kind of approach kind of works, you know, when you think about it. So I hope everybody's doing good, and I'm hanging in there. And yeah, maybe play a little blues. All right, everybody, take care, and I'll see you soon.